It's Monday, November 5th, and time for your Barbados Today morning news update. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Thanks for joining us. We begin with yet another appeal for residents to play their part in the fight to arrest the worrying crime situation plaguing the country. Home Affairs Minister Edmund Hinkson made the plea yesterday as he addressed a church service held at the Sanctuary Empowerment Center to mark the start of Crime Awareness Month. His call also came on the heels of 2 shootings and a stabbing in areas of St. Michael over the weekend that left 3 men nursing injuries. In the face of the violence taking place, he told the congregation that residents cannot remain reluctant in reporting criminal activity to law enforcement officials.
It is incumbent on all law-abiding citizens to assist law enforcement officers through reporting crime and cooperating with the police. It cannot be that we continue to be frightened for our shadow, as many of us Barbadians know we are. You have to assist in cooperating with the police and giving information, because it is only this way that resolution can be found to some of our problems. And you do yourself and your community and family a disservice if you have information on criminal activity and refuse to give it to the relevant authorities because you yourself are frightened for your skin and for reprisals, for possible reprisals.
In his sermon, Senior Pastor of the Sanctuary Empowerment Center, Bishop Marlon Husbands, said there must be exhaustive debate on the controversial issue of the decriminalization of marijuana before any decision is made.
Let us examine this thing exhaustively. Else we are going to be setting a very dangerous precedent. Because here's the likelihood. The likelihood is that when people love to press the limits of authority, and as much legalization of marijuana we want, you give the liberality for marijuana, they're going to press the limits with something else. Whether it is cocaine, and I wish I was familiar with all the different other drugs. You got to ask yourself the question. You liberate marijuana, then you're opening the gates for all the other big fellas.
The Barbados Community College can play a key role in assisting the country in its recovery and economic development, so says Education Minister Santia Bradshaw, who also called on the college to shape its curriculum to accommodate the retraining and retooling of retrenched workers. The minister made the comments as she delivered the feature address at the BCC's graduation ceremony held at the gymnasium on Saturday.
This year's theme, 50 Years of Community Transforming a Nation, is reflective of the work that the college has done in our community. It is my belief that the college is strategically positioned to assist the country in its recovery and further development, and also to facilitate a shift in the operational culture that must permeate each organization, whether private or public sector. Therefore, starting immediately, I want you to develop a slate of additional, short, customized courses in hospitality, technology, and the arts that will offer hope and options to retrenched workers. The ministry is committed to assisting the Barbados Community College with the focus areas as well as strategic unveiling and marketing of these programs. We are in this recovery together.
Bradshaw also believes the BCC can lead the way in facilitating the government's e-commerce and digitization agenda.
As many of you would be aware, the government of Barbados is seeking to modernize its operations and increase efficiency within the various ministries. One of the projected activities is that of the digitization of documents and the utilization of a records management system so that files can be indexed. Digitization will eliminate the need for moving numerous paper documents, which has some inherent inefficiencies. The Barbados Community College, through its Division of Computer Studies, is therefore well poised to play a pivotal role in the training of a cadre of young people with the type of skills that will be required as the digitization project is undertaken. We speak of digitization, but the government is also way behind public expectation when it comes to e-commerce. This division already produces graduates who are recognized for their computer software, hardware, and networking abilities, and the faculty and staff can rely on this government to assist with the infrastructure needs to deliver once a plan is presented.
Consumers began paying more for gasoline, kerosene, and liquefied petroleum gas as of midnight last night. Gasoline increased by 2 cents and now retails at $3.91 per liter, while kerosene costs 4 cents more at $1.54 per liter. A 100-pound cylinder of LPG now costs $26.11 more, now retailing at $168.42. The 25-pound cylinder now costs $47.20. That's an increase of $6.52. The price of the 22-pound cylinder increased by $5.75 and now costs $41.71, while the 20-pound cylinder will now retail at $37.91. That's an increase of $5.22. The price of diesel remains unchanged and will continue to sell at $3.20 per liter. A release from the Government Information Service said the price adjustments are in keeping with government's policy of allowing retail prices to be reflective of those on the international market.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To news from the region, the main opposition National Democratic Congress is urging Grenadians to vote no when they head to the polls on Tuesday to determine whether or not to replace the London-based Privy Council with the Caribbean Court of Justice as the island's final court. Eugenia Peters of GBN News has more in this report.
Interim political leader Joseph Andel says the concerns over the process guiding the referendum are wide-ranging. One relates to what he describes as a high level of dishonesty amongst the CCJ Advisory Committee members.
For example, you find that 2 of the members of that committee were heavily involved in the drafting of the bill. Therefore, they have a vested interest in protecting and defending their work. There can be no objectivity when it comes to any discussion regarding discrepancies, flaws, or omissions in that bill, since the 2 gentlemen involved, Dr. Alexis and Dr. Joseph, have that bill as their baby.
Andel added that the advisory committee is operating as a vote yes committee, making it heavily politicized.
Where the government has taken all of the resources onto itself and working in conjunction with the New National Party are on a naked and unabashed one-sided campaign. The role of any advisory committee is to advise. And if you're playing the dual role of advisor and proponent, obviously there's a massive conflict there. I call on all fellow patriots, fellow citizens, to do the correct thing by Grenada and to reject that bill on Tuesday by voting no.
And on the international scene, a Reuters Ipsos national tracking poll released on Sunday showed that Hispanics were more interested in voting this year than in the last U.S. congressional midterm elections held in 2014. The details of that poll in this report from Reuters Television.
Actresses Eva Longoria, America Ferrera, and Zoe Saldana headlining a campaign event Sunday aimed at rallying Hispanic support for Florida Democratic gubernatorial candidate Andrew Gillum.
You know, we're here with Latino Victory Project today, which increases Latino political power.
The push coming in the final days of the 2018 congressional midterm elections, and an exclusive Reuters Ipsos poll finding Hispanic Americans are more fired up to vote this year than in 2014, and their enthusiasm surpasses the average likely U.S. voter.
My grandmother, as a single mother, came here for better opportunities, worked in factories for 25 years. And you know what she did? She taught us to vote.
The poll also found that Hispanic voters are more than twice as inclined to support Democrats over Republicans in the House of Representatives.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.tv. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. And you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good morning.